Every now and then, somebody in the comments asks me if I'm done reviewing ROM hacks, and every single time I tell them no. So if you're thinking about asking me that at any point, you can assume until I say otherwise of my own volition that the answer is still no. I am an appreciator of all video games, and sometimes I like to take a break from ROM hacks to see what's going on in the world of the mainstream, like in case you haven't noticed, they remastered Metroid Prime and it was amazing. But I have always found myself coming back to fan-made work because it's always so fun to look at. Some of you may recall that the last 3 or 4 Decembers I have done a marathon where I review a different ROM hack or fan game every day until Christmas. Last December's marathon was a lot of work, a lot of time, but it was also a lot of fun, and the response was really heartwarming. It's always nice to know that people actually like what I do, and because of all that, I decided that this year I'm actually going to do 2 marathons. One thing that always makes me sad when summer rolls around is the lack of big holidays. Winter, you got Christmas and New Year's. Fall, you got Halloween and Thanksgiving. Spring, you got Easter. And what happens in summer? E3, except there is no E3 anymore. Summer is not my favorite time of year, but as Solid Snake Boy said, a strong man doesn't need to read his future, he makes his own. So this year I am making my own future and deciding that summer is actually the best time of year because for the entire month of June, exactly 6 months out from the winter marathon, I am doing another marathon. Since there is no Christmas in summer, I have decided that I'm going to try and go absolutely ballistic and upload a video every day of June with no exceptions. But there's just one problem with that, and that is actually finding the games. You see, I can find a lot of games on my own, but June is 30 days long, which means that I have to find and review 30 different games. I might be able to pull it off, but then again, I might not, and some of that will depend on you. That's right, I want your help. Every time I ask for suggestions, you guys always got a bunch loaded up in the chamber just ready to go, and I'm hoping you can help me out again. As for where to tell me about ROM hacks and fan games that you want to see, you can pretty much do that anywhere. The comment section on this particular video is a good place, but you can also hit me up on Twitter. Mostly I just tweet about Dark Souls now because that's what I've been playing, but if that sounds interesting, consider following me as well, but you really don't have to. Also, it's worth remembering that I have been playing ROM hacks and fan games for 300 years now, so there is a non-zero chance that whatever you're about to recommend is something that I've already talked about. So you may want to take a look on my channel to see if I've talked about it already or not. You can still recommend it if you think it's worth revisiting, but priority will be given to games that I haven't actually played yet. Also, again, some of the games that I will be playing are games that I found on my own time, so it's gonna be a mix of a bunch of stuff from my and your own journeys. The entirety of the marathon typically isn't set in stone until close to the end, so until it's actually over, for all intents and purposes, it's not too late to recommend me something. So if you can't think of anything right now, but sometime down the road you can, do not hesitate to let me know. I cannot promise that every single suggestion will be addressed, but 30 of them will be, and I can always go back and play them some other time anyway. So with all of that said, please, any ROM hack or fan game that you want me to look at, recommend it to me and I will see you in June. Happy summer, y'all.